Hello all. How's everyone doing today? I am Dana. For those of you who don't know who I am. Um well, that would almost be a silly question. Let's just more word it like this. Many of us have sat here and look at the world around us and we just don't like what we see. And a lot of people get on social media and we talk about it. But nothing changes. Why? Acceptance. A lot accept the world for the way that it is. We don't need to do that. We have the power to literally change everything that we see. Anyone who's been in enough of these groups knows that they've come across many different kinds of, well, I guess you could say branding. I guess there has to be a way to explain stuff. Light workers. Anybody out there who's for the better good of humanity? Light worker, if that's what you want to call yourself. Empaths, I've said this in some of my videos, intuitive empath. Here's the thing about that one. Yes, I am. But so are you. You. That dude back there. It's just, the thing is what people have not embraced is their own powers. It all lies within. The stuff you hear of telepathy, all these things, these are all achievable by human beings. And at one time were part of the human way of being. We have lost, well, on the most part, a lot of humans have lost these abilities, these thought patterns, and we're now locked into what people call the cabal, the powers that be. You name it, there's a million different names given to who runs the world. You ask some religions, they'll tell you Satan runs the earth. You know who runs the earth? We do. It's just not enough people have realized this and seized their own powers, if you want to call them that. They're not powers, they're just part of the metaphysical properties of the existence of what we call human beings, which is a part spiritual, part physical being. We were created in such a manner. Problem is, we've lost touch with this. Now we live in a world that is hard for everybody to get along in. It's not just the fighting, the arguing, the wars, because we've off balanced into more male energy. But the selfish, and a lot of people are not trying to be. What happens is the technology and things that we bring into our lives overtake our conscious being, our way of thinking, limit the expansion of, if you want to call it, our mind. I look at it on a more of a deeper level than the mind. The mind to me is a networking center, but that's a whole nother discussion. The problem is when we have lost touch with what they call your intuition, your spirit, your higher self, your connection with God, or as said in some religions, the Holy Spirit. This is all the same thing. This is a connection that goes beyond this dimension. It's a connection with the divine. When humans lost connection with the divine, well, if you want to call it, I don't call it the downfall of man, but let's say the de-evolution of man occurred. That's why we are in the state that we're in now. But this is all not only reversible, but right now this is happening. All these things are changing. The real interesting, fun part of this is yes, there's a lot of us out here who claim we are part of this and we are doing this, and this is very true. But not one of us can be looked at as, ooh, you're a special person doing a special thing. What we are doing is a normal thing that anybody can be part of. You want to be part of changing the world around you? It's as simple as this. Change your thought patterns. You change your thought patterns, you change the way you feel things in your heart. You connect with that intuition, you'll get your guidance. And just like me, you'll be joining with a whole bunch of people doing the same thing. Saying to yourself, I do not accept the world for the way it is. I want to see a return to the heart center. I want to see peace, love, justice, unity through the world. I don't want to see groups classified by financial status or race as in a way. Now you can identify race as in cultural background to celebrate such, but to go, these people we classify this, these people we classify this. It's all wrong. We all know it. We inherently feel these things. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That part of you that naturally feels things is your intuition, your connection with the higher realms. Pay attention to it. It's trying to teach you something. We have got too caught up in this man's world that we live in. Return to nature. I'm going to tell you what right now. When you get out in nature, you connect with the natural world. You literally do connect with God. You connect with the Creator. See, this whole entire universe was created. The energy that created this universe lies within everything. That's why they say God is within. That is why they say you can see the Creator, the creation, or God within all things. The majesty of the mountains, the critters running around in the forests and jungles. It's everywhere if you just stop and look. See the beauty in everything. Now I know I speak of the things that's going on in the world, and a lot of it looks negative. But don't look at it with a negative approach. Don't look at it as evil. That is the first mistake. All it is somebody trying to better themselves by not having your best interest in mind. That's why the cabal, the so-called powers that be, the Illuminati, all these things. That's why the way they are the way they are. It's just power and greed. It has nothing to do with worshiping Satan or trying to kill off every one of us. That's all it is. But here's the thing. There's more power that lies within the love and the positive and light than there is in that side of things. So it's really easy to break down these old systems, especially when you realize that the divine God, angels, whatever beings that you might believe in that exist throughout the universe, aliens, however it may be, I believe in a little bit of everything. I've already started a process here to help us along. We don't got to do a whole lot. Just correct ourselves. But I am going to tell you, I know there's some of you out there, like me, that keep feeling this thing telling you, you know more and can do more. And for you people, I ask you to really pay attention to your intuition and see what it's telling you to do. What step for you to take. Might be something major, might be something small. Like I say, the whole world's going to change over. Maybe you're a financial planner, maybe you're some kind of math whiz, and all of a sudden your intuition clicks in one day because you open to it and says, I know a way to rescue the whole financial system that would be fair to all. Who knows what you're thinking? But I'm going to tell you what, we're all needed. We all have our own little special niches, but we're all connected to one great big conscious field that we are created from. When we return to this and remember that we are not separate, that we all are connected and unified, there is no such thing as separation. That's when things will return to a more balanced state. See, the problem is we're brought into this existence not knowing our past lives, the truth of divinity and existence itself. And that causes a separation feeling. A separation feeling is where greed and all that stuff comes from. It's as simple as, I have to survive. Not, I'm evil and want to take from everybody. It's, I got to survive, I'm scared. See, when we get rid of the whole separation issue, fear goes away. When fear goes away, then the base instincts, as they call them, don't take over and tell you you must now survive at all costs. Instead, you go, I am part of a unified existence. And you know you naturally have help just by being part of that, by helping others and them helping you. Pretty simple. So, you don't like the world that you live in? Very simple. Start within, correct around your own thinking, heal anything that might be an issue. There's plenty of different things that you can do. And it's very simple. Don't get confused on anything. There's plenty of people through all these groups that can tell you stuff. If you want stuff very simple and easy, you can always contact me. Just help, put it right here. Say, hey man, I want to talk to you, or stick it in private messenger. I have a good way of locking into people. I can help you out, send you the right resources, something. It's pretty simple. All this is easy stuff to comprehend, people. It's not much different than some of basic psychology. It all starts first with getting right here. Well, they say here, but here cures here. If you ain't right there, it's hard to do anything else. You must create balance. Once you create balance, then it's easier to do the rest of the things. It's easier to see beyond the veil, as they say, and go, wow, I don't agree with what I see in this world. I must change this. So, my brothers and sisters, just pay a little bit of attention. Don't stay stuck in your phones, these things. And, I mess around on my computer a lot, but I'm just careful what I do. It can do the same on the phone. It's basically like having a library in your hand, so it's a good thing to have. But watch mindless TV and garbage. You start getting a lot of commercials, you get garbage built up in there, and all it is control mechanisms to make you spend more money and stay locked into their way of thinking, which is spend more money. And if you're not doing exactly what we want you to, we'll throw you a little bit of fear. That comes in all forms, news, commercials, you name it, it's all over. But don't get all weirded out about it and think evil's out to get us. This shit's all going to go away. That's why there's such a desperate attempt to get our attention right now, because these powers that be know they're losing our attention. Our consciousness is fading right out from their little field and going into balance and where it should be. They know this. That's why when you watch the world news, it feels different. You think people are crazy when they're saying they're messing around with this stuff? No. It's simple, man. Through vibration, through music alone. I'm a musician. I've been messing around with music, vibration, different tunings and stuff for quite some time. I can make most people feel however I want to. It's just music. No words. Not one word. I just give you music, say, I want to inspire this feeling, and in the end, I can ask you how you feel, and you'll feel just like that. I've got some pretty basic knowledge. Imagine people who actually have professors and shit studying this stuff, what they can do. So yeah, they can send that crap to your TV. I've actually watched the world news one night. There was some stuff going on, and you could tell they weren't getting through to us. And I had the news on. I wasn't even paying attention at first, and I have this internal thing with my ear, high pitch. Okay. Well, the cool spiritual thing that's come with it now is that come on, vibes went real stupid. I went, and I was like, ugh, I feel kind of like gross inside. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I said damn frequencies and shit they're sending through on the news right now. The news guy's going, tonight, today, oh God. I don't know what he was talking about, but he's trying to get everybody freaked out. And I was like, well, I sure as hell ain't have nothing to do with that power. Threw the remote over in the corner and I don't know, went off, did something else. Like, yeah, we'll have none of that. I'm not dumb enough for you guys to get all up in my head, make me fear. Well, there was nothing really to fear. You know, it's not like somebody was throwing bombs on my house, so what the hell are you trying to freak me out about? But anyways, just remember these things. Really pay attention. What you're being shown and told throughout media outlets, throughout your TV, any of this stuff is programming. Programmed to get your mind to where they want it for their purposes. Don't do that. Even if you ain't wanting to make big spiritual leaps and bounds, just make yourself happy, do your thing, be yourself, and don't worry about the rest. There's always going to be somebody in the world running around telling people what to do. Doesn't mean you got to do it. You be true to yourself. True happiness comes in life when you do a couple things. First, no judgment. Have no judgment. And don't have expectations out of others in life. I mean, to the sense of, I did this, I hope, I want this person to feel it. Don't do that. That's just going to let you down. And it's not just a point of letting you down, but why would you expect there are other things out of people? We all have free will. So just do things just to do things. So you have no judgment. You know, the only time you have expectation is you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow, I'm going to get shit done. Have expectations there. But outside of that, don't have expectations as I'm going to do and I expect from others of the world. So if you don't have that judgment, you do that and you live freely because you say to yourself, I don't give a shit. Yes, I am a tap dancing clown and that's just what I'm going to be. If that's what you want to be and you embrace that, then I guarantee you with the things that I just said, you get rid of the judgment, all that, you embrace who you are, you're going to be the happiest dude on earth. Dude, chick, whatever. Don't care if you're living in the woods, a flat here in the middle of Detroit or in the Netherlands somewhere. You embrace who you truly are. Get rid of those kind of destructive behaviors. You'll be just fine, my brothers. My brothers and sisters, you'll be just fine. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. It's kind of interesting. I felt a little bit earlier like, I'm about just to give up on society in general, go move in the woods. I wish you even did a video. Now here I am. Again, I don't know how this happens, man. It's like, yeah, that's it. I'm about done with everything. Then within about 10 minutes, like, I'll go to do a video. Oh, man. See what I mean? Once you get to a certain point, you just can't give up on everything. This shit's got to change. It's going to change. It is changing. We're in the process of it now, and that's just all there is to it. So can't stop till we're done. We're all looking for a peaceful, unified existence. By damn, that's what we're going to get. Much love, my brothers and sisters. Have a beautiful evening or day, whatever it is, in your little part of the world.